Some women want white men so bad. You ever notice women have standards and preferences when it comes to black men, but non-black men get to get away with this? Y'all chose the bear. Y'all chose non-black men. I hope you're happy. Roof, roof.
What's up, YouTube Get Fit fam? It's your boy Allende back with another video. So this one is going to be black women will do anything for white men. So I got a DM yesterday that made me really want to address this hypocrisy, right? So some of you guys will remember that I've booked probably more women to go on podcasts in the male space than anybody, like, I don't know, at least in America I could say that. And I can honestly say that because I booked the first 200 girls for the Fresh and Fit podcast. And since then, I've booked ladies for plenty upon plenty of podcasts. Not going to say any names because that's kind of like a conflict of the contract that we have, if that makes any sense to you guys. But in any event, I reached out to a beautiful sister. She fine as hell, bro. You know what I'm saying? She fine. Black sister, right? About coming on a podcast. And man, boy, listen. So her response, I found it really interesting. Not because it was like so inaccurate, because a lot of times women interpret things incorrectly. It's usually like the opposite of what they think it is, almost always, right? So one of the things that women get wrong, or black women at least get wrong specifically, is when, how, and why black men date non-black women, especially white women. So this obviously really triggers them. We all already know that. But their explanations for it are just as wrong as when women with jobs or careers say, men can't handle my success. They're intimidated by a strong, independent woman. It's like, no, they're not intimidated. You're using that word completely incorrectly. They're not intimidated at all. It's just they don't necessarily benefit from it. It's not desirable. It's not attractive. And the qualities that it brings are irritating, you know what I'm saying, if anything, let alone undesirable, right? Not only are they something that guys don't necessarily want, that they're also a big negative, bro. It's going to bring a lot of stress and strain and drama to the relationship, right? So that's what guys are avoiding. So it's the same thing with black women. Guys are just avoiding the traits that majority of black women come with, right? So this is like very similar to the misconception that she had here. So let me read the message. So I obviously messaged her something to the extent of, yo, you interested to come on this podcast? This is what they discuss, blah, blah, blah. Let's just get on to her response. She said, I love what you do, hun, but I'm going to be honest. Okay. When women say I'm going to be honest, what they're saying is I'm going to share my feelings. I'm honest about my feelings because you're not correct about the situation, so it can't be honest. Anyway, I don't care to see podcasts with white women. Stop right there. You already know. Okay, you already know. What is that even supposed to mean? Anyway, that's like a black guy saying, I don't want to watch any movies with white people. I don't want to watch any sports with white people. Like, the fuck is wrong with you? All right, keep going. They have their own platform, and I never care to share the same space with them unless I have to or want to, and I never usually want to. All right, I'm gonna stop right there because I want to address these things. There's just so much going on in here. Black women will complain about successful men, affluent men, or black men dating non-black women, but they never stop to actually think about any of the factors or the details involved. So for example, most people actually date who they're in proximity to. That's also why crime happens to be the same race on the same race. It's not because they're particularly targeting a race when they do a crime. It's because people tend to commit crimes against people that they're in the proximity of. It's just that simple. Sometimes it's not that complicated. Not everything's a race issue. So what happens is when guys live in an affluent area, right? Like, for example, I made it my business to get out of the hood as soon as possible. So for now, the majority of my life, because at the age I'm at now, the majority of my life, I've lived in very nice neighborhoods, expensive areas. And what I've always noticed is you don't see a lot of sisters. When you go in Whole Foods, you don't see a lot of sisters. You go in Trader Joe's, you don't see a lot of sisters. You go in the expensive gyms, go to like Equinox or something. Again, you don't see sisters. Notice you don't see sisters anywhere that's affluent, but you will see sisters in Gucci and Fendi and stuff like that. So, see the irony. They'll drive BMWs and Mercedes, but they won't live in luxury condos. And my hypothesis is, I can't prove this, but my hypothesis is it's similar to what she's saying. They're not comfortable in environments where white women dominate because they know they can't compete, or they feel like they can't compete. Notice when you're driving down the street in a nice neighborhood and you see a woman jogging, what is that woman going to be? 99.9% of the time, she's not going to be a black woman. If you see a woman outside jogging, running, it's going to be a non-black woman. She could be Asian. Highly unlikely she's going to be Latin, but she could be. Most likely she's going to be white. Right? See a woman walking her dog, most likely going to be white. So anyway, why is it that they're not in those areas? I just gave you my hypothesis. Can't prove it, but that's my assumption. Now, if I was going off of what she's saying here, then yes, she's confirming that black women do not want to be in the same environments as white women. I'll let you guys fill in the blank as to why. Let me continue with her bullshit. All right. I don't care for them. Okay, I'm not sure why she's messaging me her feelings about white women, but okay. Just like the majority of them don't care about our community. Let me stop you right there. White women aren't concerned with black women issues, bro, because black women aren't on white women's radar until they're criticizing or talking shit to them about maybe dating black men. You know what I'm saying? Outside of being confronted or addressed by black women, white women, they're like, yo, just do your thing. They're not really too much worried about it. But I will say there's a hell of a double standard, because if a white woman was to say something about black women, she's automatically racist. But yet, black women are allowed to say, you white bitch, you white this, white that. Like this whole message right here, imagine if it was reversed. Imagine if it was a white woman saying these things about a black woman. It'd be a huge problem, right? But we already know why that is. It's just simply whoever's the weaker one is allowed to criticize. Whoever has the strength in a situation is not allowed to criticize, because then they're accused of being a bully. All right, just like the majority of them, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I'm perplexed when I see a black man give them the platform to even fix their lips to talk, but just my opinion. Okay, so apparently what she's upset about is that black men have a platform and they allow white women to speak. Not sure why that's an issue, but I will say it's sounding really hypocritical, because first she says she doesn't want to go on white platforms. She doesn't want to go on white platforms with white women. Okay, so is it a white platform or it's a black man's platform? Which one is it? So right there's some hypocrisy. The next thing is she was invited. That's the whole fucking point of this dialogue, is that I invited her to it and she chose not to go because white women are there. Even if that was the case, she could have addressed it completely differently. She could have said, hey, I'd love to participate. I would just rather not go on an episode where there's going to be white women. Is there a time or a topic or something like that where it's just going to be the black community? Any of those things could have worked, but all of these assumption making and then no accuracy in what she's claiming. It's not a white platform and there is no preferential treatment. You yourself were fucking invited. So let me get on to my fucking response. Yes, but this entire paragraph is a contradiction. If it's black men to have the platform and they're inviting you on the platform, then what are you talking about? They give it to white women and not to you. So I'm going to go ahead and let you in on a little something, because these types of assumptions are really fucking irritating, respectfully. More black women are invited than anyone, and they lack the confidence and self-esteem to accept the invitation and participate, then have the nerve to turn around and complain that white women are taking those seats by default. That's the reality of it. No one has booked more women for podcasts than me in America, and I can say that with confidence. So I'm saying it as the authority. When black women are asked, they are the most difficult, least likely to actually show up, most unreliable when they say they're going to be there, and then they are the first to request to get paid for the opportunity. Good night, sis. Then she goes on to say, well, I'm glad Becky and is getting you and your platforms paid. Hope it continues. God bless. Okay, so it's just weird when women make these complaints and then they turn around and confirm that they are actually the cause of the problem. You're saying you're glad that they're helping us to be successful and get paid, but black women aren't. Black women aren't supporting us. They aren't trying to help us. It's like pulling teeth to get them to participate with anything. And then there's all this admission that they are intimidated and do not want to compete with the very same women that they put on a pedestal. How are they the ones putting white women on the pedestal? Well, because they're the ones trying to emulate white women and what they do in this society. You're trying to dress like them. You're trying to access the status that they access, instead of developing your own with your own black brothers. The same way the so-called white man is who gave white women status, black men could give black women status. But they don't participate in those type of circles or those programs or systems. So they don't support black men in being operators. And if black men don't operate the system, they can't put you in positions, sis. But anyway, the whole hypocrisy that I wanted to...
The weather outside is cold. I want one less white boy to hold. So I'm a brown girl. I like a little vanilla in my life. And I might one day be a white dude's wife. That's alright. Yeah, I got a type. Some people don't like it, but the swirl is the hype.
If there's one thing that TikTok really makes me want to do, I want a white boyfriend. I really do. Y'all just see, me and my like.
The worst part about having a type is the fact that I want a white country boy, but all the white country boys, well, like 99% of them are racist and Christian, and all of the like liberals, which I would prefer, are like not that attractive.
The union between white men with power and black women with education is what America actually needs in order to finally heal.
So I've always had a preference for white guys.
It's not the American racial supremacy class system. It's just what I like. And I think it's okay to like what I like, just like you can like what you like.
I want to experience dating a white guy who has a nice big truck and a very Christian family. Except he goes behind his Christian family's back and does fun stuff. I want him to invite me over to dinner, and I want his family to give me weird stares because I'm a person of color. Like, I live for this shit. That's all I want in my life.
Visiting Nairobi, so that means money. And if you're white and broke, get away from me. I know my ancestors would cry that every single time I'm around this guy, I go zumba, 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 zang. I fell in love with Zumba man. Zumba, 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 zang. I fell in love with Zumba man.
One thing I've been falling for lately is black women marrying and starting families with white men. Like, I'm so freaking here for that.
White is reparations for black women? Are you saying that?
Yes, I am saying it.
All right.
My baby daddy white.
That's the name of this episode, y'all. White is reparations for black women. She said it, not
Can I say why, though? All my bills was paid. I wasn't arguing with nobody.
I was getting taken out for trips. Because they've been giving slaves white on the low. You know that, right?
My
the crazy
God.
thing is, they are saying that it's black men who are worshiping or pedestalizing white women and giving them all these opportunities, yet it's black women who are worshiping and serving white men and will do anything for white men. They lower the bar for white men, and they also are quick to give white men opportunities they don't give black men. Hypocrisy, guys. But anyhow, I'm out here. I'm about to miss my flight. Peace.
White boy coming seasoned already. You already got experiences and this and that. Whatever. You gonna start off bland with me, and when we're done, you're gonna be seasoned, and you're gonna be perfectly seasoned.
Shout out Authentic Alphas. Like and subscribe.
For the boys, leave a like and leave a comment on Authentic Alphas. Hit that bell.